Hello and welcome, my name is Hero and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis, where we are playing as Great Britain. In the last video we are just recovering from the war against France, where we won for the first time in this game. And now we just got an idea, so we got an extra merchant, so let's kind of look at where we can place that guy. So maybe we should place one down here in Chesapeake Bay, just to make sure that all the trade we produce out down here with all our new provinces will end up in London. So let's collect from trade here. And since we have a merchant up here and are pulling it all forward, we should send it all there, so the 20% bonus here will be applied. That's a nice little trick to earn some extra money. So we should use this trade route to forward whatever trade we can get. And maybe we should think about sending out some of our ships over here. Oh, and this one again. Well, I think that's the 20th time or so we have gotten that. It doesn't stack though. Wonder if we could have chosen the other one and also got the bonus here. I don't know. And no, we don't want alliances. Go home. You are drunk. Let's build some more armories. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Well, let's try again. We could collect here and we will get a lot of money, but collecting gets you a 10% bonus to the money and transferring gets you a 20% bonus to the money, so the math isn't really that hard. You really want to every time you can transfer to a trade node where you have this much power. Here even though I only have 65% of the power, Norway aren't using there, so I get in effect 100% trade power here, and down here I have like 86% trade power, so I really want to transfer all the trade I can into London, which is also why I want to focus on these North American trade zones, because I can trade them through the North Sea and into London. Once I get down here to the Caribbean, I can of course try to push it up through Chesapeake Bay and further. So that will be the next target. But it will be some time before we get one more merchant. I think we don't get one more in the expansion idea. Then the next one will be if we at some point do the trading ideas. But I think I want to look at some of these administrative ideas, and also I want to get this quality idea before we look at trade ideas. So that is some time out in the future. Let's see if I can push the right button this time. Anyway, we can look at let's look at our armies. So up here we have 7,000 cavalry, 3,000 artillery and 11,000 infantry. And down here we just have a whole bunch of infantry. So we should definitely start with getting some cavalry and some infantry into this army. I think actually this is a nice army for hunter killing. It has the possibility of losing a bit of infantry before it loses its cavalry infantry mix ratio of 50-50, which is really nice. It can even detach a single siege and still be able to fight properly. So I think I'll design this army for a siege army, so I'll have very few cavalry but more cannons. I think I'm gonna build 4 cavalry and 4 cannons for this army. But let's save up some money and some manpower first. And then maybe I should get one more cannon for this army, maybe one more cavalry also. Oh, actually we are at the 21,000, which is, I think, our court limit, yeah. So I want to kind of base, since we are an island nation that probably will have a lot of transport between our islands and our colonies, I kind of want to design my army so that they fit into my cogs. So once I get a little bit more naval force limit, I'll probably build some more carracks and fleets. And we should probably get one more trade ship actually to patrol down in this trade zone. A good way to make sure that all your provinces are patrolled is to use these trade ships and just to patrol the trade zone. Then once you start colonizing down the coast, they will automatically cover those provinces as well. So let's buy a caravel for patrolling the Chesapeake Bay trade zone. Sweden declared war on Norway. I think Sweden will, during the next 50 years or so, will probably gobble up all of Scandinavia, unless they get beaten up by Muscovy somehow. But it seems that Muscovy still have Novgorod and Lithuania to deal with, so I think Sweden will become a powerhouse in the near future. And now Austria has ended their religious turmoil. And now we have to wait yet another 110 days before we can choose this trade route. So let's build some more of those armories. And really crank up. We already went from 25,000 manpower all the way up to 40,000, so those armories really make a difference. When you look at it and you see this 25 manpower, you think, oh, that's not much, but it's 25 manpower each month compared, or 25 manpower compared to this maximum, which is 10 years of manpower. So 25 times 10 is 250 extra maximum manpower for each armory I build, so that's actually quite powerful. Are we at that 10% bonus yet? Nope. And Provence got court, so we're probably at 0% overextension now. And we can convert Northumberland, and soon we can, when Cornwall is finished building, we can convert them too, which is nice. And how are we looking on that? Yeah, he's here now, so let's send them up here. So now we'll send 6.99 trade all the way to this trade node, which will then be multiplied once again by the 20%. That was strange. So we are both increasing as England and Great Britain. I think that's a bug. I don't mind, but I think it's a bug. We are increasing by 20% here, and then by 30% over here for some reason. A bug possibly. But it means that all the trade over here actually get applied, gets the bonus 2 times. So that really adds up in the end. And let's bump up the military. Oh, it's already at 100. Let's actually put it at 50% just so we have some morale for beating down those small armies. And with the money we make right now, we can easily afford to pay some extra for our armies and keep them ready for war, so we don't need that 3 or 4 months to get ready whenever we get into a war. And Stadacona something got self-sufficient, so let's core it and start on the next colony. And we should probably get a conquistador over here soon, so we can discover some of these lands. I should really have hired a conquistador instead of this general when we were at war, and we don't want to ally with Liège. So let's upgrade to a +2 diplomacy guy. And we should probably also save up for a +2 military guy. We have a lot of money right now, so we can spare it. Oh, and we gain even more money here. Quality wool. Recent shipments of wool have been unsurpassed quality, earning our nation an extra money. And a way of obscurantism, if you don't remember this, as a typical response to different kinds of problems, obscurantism was a frequent behavior in most of nations, at least until the Age of Enlightenment arose in the most advanced Western nations of the European continent. So we can either say knowledge is power, get some reward risk, or we can say ignorance is bliss and get some lose some prestige. So let's just get some reward risk for a couple of years. We can deal with that. So we're doing really well on trade right now. 23. We didn't get that huge of an increase from this trade node because half of the gold was, or 2/3 of gold was already going into our trade nodes, but we did just get some extra from what was going here. Of course, we were sending away from. Oh, and we caught Eno. We are also collecting down here, but since we don't control more than about 50% here, we got an extra half of the money that was sent here, plus the 20% bonus that gets added when you have a merchant actually forwarding the trade. So I think it was a couple of extra gold, which you can never say no to. And a couple more provinces ready for. Oh, let's get this guy back. Let's try to pay so much that Venice can't take him. And I think we have enough for that +2 guy here. Discipline is just as nice as moral in a war. It's just damage instead of the ability to hold out. So I think that's just as good. Colonial company goes bankrupt. One of our colonial ventures has run into serious financial trouble. If no action is taken, the colonies could suffer. So we can either lose 50% of the population in Quebec, which will be 300, or we can pay 50 ducats. Let's just pay. Hopefully we won't take out a loan because we have a positive balance, and if we do, we'll pay a little bit of extra money. Oh, we didn't take out the loan, but that means that Quebec will probably finish 3 or 4 months earlier than if we had not paid. So oh, and that reminds me, there is see if I can find it. The colonial, these colonial missions. We have a ruler with an administrative skill of at least 3, which means that if we get an extra colony now, we can enact this and get an extra global settler increase for the rest of the game. So we should probably do that. Let's just find one of these colonies that don't have. Let's just send a. We'll take the colonist out of here and send him up here. We probably don't, with only 1 aggressiveness and 1 ferocity, we don't need to get any extra troops over there. And with only 1 tax, it won't be that expensive. So that way we can just have that extra colony to get that national decision enacted and get some extra speed on our colonists. And let's get ready to core this guy as well. He'll probably be finished in the next month or 2. And we just got a core over here, which is nice. So we'll have to take the colonist out of here and send him here, and then move this guy down here. And let's core this right away. And we're really getting to that point where we need that conquistador. And Burgundy has trying to discover or make a claim on us, so, but that's nothing new. They are doing that all the game long. Haven't done anything about it actually. So can we build some more? Yes, we can build a few more armories. And in 3 months we'll be able to enact that national policy, so we can get some more. Well, that's actually 3 different. So we can get some more colonists. And we are getting down to the more interesting colonies now. Oh, and 100 extra population for Micmac. That's not a bad thing. So now we can promote colonial expansion. Get 5 extra settlers each month, which is really nice. And we can even get this faster colonists with lower travel time. This is not actually that big of a bonus, it's only a bonus to your colonist travel time, so it's like maybe we'll save 1 month out of each colony's development, but every little bit helps. So, a new settlement. Our efforts to develop Micmac go on, but now some of the settlers have rejected our capital city and begun establishing a new settlement quite far from the original one. Now people flock to that second settlement and we are left to split our efforts. And this is one of those nice positive events. You can either get 10 prestige or you can get 1 extra base tax. So what you really have to choose between is the immediate gain or the long gain, and I think you should also always go for this base tax unless you are in real prestige trouble. But we have plenty of prestige right now, and I think now that we are getting, you can just notice down here we are getting close to some of the natives, so we'll probably soon be going to war over here in the Americas and getting some native money and some native lands. Let's start building some. So if we build 8 for him, he'll be 22. So we'll need to build 7 actually. Let's build 4 cannons and 3 cavalry. Then we can put in some extra cavalry once we can afford some more boats. Boats. And no, we don't want an alliance. And still no bonus. We can actually get ahead of France in. Oh, we can catch up to them. Oh, I just wanted to get ahead. Let's actually, since we have moral turned on now, let's just enable automatic rebel suppression. Then he will go back to this where he came from once he's done. And we will now have fur in Micmac. They rose up, but we have people there to take care of that. Clergy condemns the philosopher as a heretic. A prominent natural philosopher is forwarding new claims that contradict religious truth. The clergy demand that he be stopped and turned over for punishment. Either way, this will cause great turmoil in the realm, so we'll lose our stability. But we can either get cheaper technology and lower missionary strength, or less more missionary strength and lower technology. So let's look. We actually do have a lot of provinces that we want to. But how long is it? For 10 years? I think in the long run I would rather have cheaper technology, even if it makes these conversions a bit slower. But we lost that. We don't want to buy that stability. Being at 2 right now is quite enough, I think. We beat those rebels, no problem. Oh, and we want to send this over to Chesapeake Bay. So let's get these guys to Ireland to deal with these rebels. So our conversion was successful, and we can send a couple more missionaries ahead. And let's see if we can get 2 cardinals in at the same time. Doing quite well on that that Holy See right now. But anyway, I think I'm gonna take a small break, and I'll see you in the next video.